Hi everybody, welcome to Ask Mark, our scuba diving Q&A, where I'm Mark, a former scuba diving instructor, do my very best to answer your scuba diving questions. If you have any scuba diving questions, then pop them down in the comment section underneath this video. And if you use the Ask Mark hashtag in your comment, you get yourself and your question featured in an up and coming video. But I do type out an answer in the comment section so that you do get an answer as soon as possible. You don't have to wait for the video to come out. Today I'm answering a question from Mark Bergeron about diving with beards. So Mark asks, any mask recommendations for gents with beards, bears, such as yourself? Yes, you can still go scuba diving with facial hair. You don't need to shave it off because, let's face it, that really isn't an option because of the amount of work that goes into these things. But a lot of people think about signing up for a course or planning a dive trip with facial hair. They may worry about their mask leaking because of some fuzz on their top lip, but it isn't that much of an issue, and you do have a few choices. The first thing is to look for a great mask. So myself, I dive a atomic venom frameless mask, and the reason why is because, one, I did a proper sniff test with it. So instead of just taking the mask and putting it up to your face, inhaling through your nose and it sticking to your face, use a snorkel, or even better, a mouthpiece of a regulator, because then that's going to change the shape of your top lip to what it's actually going to be like in the water, and then do the sniff test. But what makes the atomic venom frameless a little bit different is that it has a gummy bear seal. So the softness of the silicone just around the bit that actually touches your face is much more pliable, and it's quite chunky as well. So when it's actually on your face, it kind of molds a little bit around some facial hair. So it does create a more efficient seal compared to some others, especially over a moustache. Or you do have the option of a full face mask. It is not for everyone and it is much more expensive, but it's combining like a part of your regulator and your mask. But with that you have a huge, the face seal is like a good inch wide on some mask designs, and that goes all the way around your face. And even though it won't be creating the most effective seal, any water that does find its way in is trapped at the bottom, and they have a little purge valve that just every time you exhale, it just pushes the water out of the bottom. So it is good to sort of create that seal. Another thing that I often do is I use some beard balm. And it's normally like natural ingredients, not much affects silicone, so you don't have to worry too much about it reacting. But a little smear of beard balm just creates, it's like putting silicone grease on an O-ring. It just creates that lubricating, sealing surface, something for your mask to actually seal against. And I find that helps as well. Otherwise, I have known divers who do trim their moustache, either just the top section, so they make it a bit more of a pencil moustache. If they're going on a proper expedition, they get rid of that just for the sake of the seal. Otherwise, you just kind of get used to it. A little bit of water around your nose. It's not great for equalization because salt water can inflame some of the tissues in your nose. So it's important to equalize early and often. But otherwise, yeah, it can be quite useful to have a little bit of water in the bottom of your mask, because if it starts to fog up, you can just swill it around and that just wipes the inside and then purge it. But yeah, it can be an issue. It's one reason why it's been a long time since I've been on a rebreather, because with rebreathers, as soon as you break the loop effectively, you're exhaling through your nose instead of back round into the rebreather. It adjusts your buoyancy, and then you have to use even more gas diluent to fill it back up, so it's kind of wasting a lot of gas. You do want a more effective seal, but for open circuit, you're not wasting that much, and it can be quite good just to equalize that squeeze. But yeah, kind of get used to it, and a little bit of water around your nose. That's the sacrifice we make for having some facial hair. Yeah, there's a question that I get a fair amount for obvious reasons. But yeah, you can 100% go scuba diving and snorkeling with facial hair. It's not that much of an issue. You might get a little bit of water in your mask, but as long as you've trained how to just look up and blow out of your nose, you're going to clear it pretty easily. Otherwise, there are some ways to help just reinforce that seal over your top lip, and it's mainly getting a really good mask with a really good fit, and yeah, a beard balm that you normally get for Christmas because no one else knows what to get you. But no, he's got a beard, I'll get you some beard balm. Just a little smear across that helps to just create a more effective seal over your top lip. But if you have any scuba diving questions, pop them down in the comment section underneath this video and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you use the AskMark hashtag, it just highlights it behind the scenes. But yeah, I will type you out an answer as soon as I can. Remember to head over to our website, scubadivemag.com. Check out our magazine. It's a monthly magazine, at least here in the UK, but we've got 3. We've got Australia and New Zealand, as well as the Americas. So yeah, lots of publications, lots of interesting articles. Check it out. Thanks for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.